To be the man, you got to beat the man. And today we're going to open the man, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair, WWE Mattel Superstar Series 1 figure review and box opening. Woo! We are X2 as nice, wrestling figure collecting, and all things wrestling. Now back to the action. Here we go. Let's do a figure review. Let's check out the packaging first. Featuring the design from the AWA Remco era wrestling figure from the 80s. You've got that cartoon design there. You've got the big nameplate here. And a nice cartoon-esque picture of the Nature Boy there. And then on the back, very similar to the Remco backing, how they have the clear black and white lettering. This Series 1 features the Honky Tonk Man, Hollywood Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, and Bray Wyatt. Figure sold separately. Conforms to the safety requirements of the ASTM F963. Mattel, empowering the next generation through play. Styling and profiling. To be the man, you gotta beat the man. Woo! And today we're gonna open the man, the 16-time world champion. Of course, if you know your Nature Boy history, you know he's won much more, many more titles than 16. That was just a flashy number. But now that we've got people tied with him, the purist, the true traditionalist Ric Flair fans will acknowledge he has more than 16. We have to preserve the Nature Boy as the greatest world champion of all time. Certainly not John Cena. John Cena nowhere near that mark. But here we go. So, got a little special guest today on the show to show you what these are based on. The Motu era. We've got our friend Skeletor live from 1984 and 85. Skeletor released by Mattel under the He-Man Masters of the Universe series. This type of figure featured a squishy type head, rubber bands holding the legs together, hard plastic, cool accessories, an iconic toy in the toy business. So, Mr. Skeletor, thank you for joining us as we rip open the Nature Boy. We'll do a side-by-side so you can see the comparison of the Nature Boy Ric Flair WWE Mattel Superstars figure with the original Motu type figures. I don't have any Remcos, but they were very similar to the Skeletor and the Masters of the Universe. So here we go. Without further ado, folks, it is time to grip and rip and set the Nature Boy free. I'm going to go up the side here with the trusty blade and try to pull the figure and shell out through the bottom, preserving some of the packaging there. And it looks like we have. And here we go. We've got the Nature Boy in his shell. This shell is really kind of made to fit exactly with the figure. And we've got the Nature Boy Ric Flair in his red robe. We've got some accessories on the back. So if you're an accessory guy and you go to the store and you don't see these accessories, it's because they are on the back of the plastic shell. So pretty cool thing there in a plastic bag. But let's get the Nature Boy out. Did do a figure review of the Series 1 Hollywood Hulk Hogan, so check that video out. These are really cool figures. And we've got the Nature Boy. Woo! With this cool robe, and we will be checking out to see if the robe is compatible with the taller Mattel Elite and Mattel figures. So we've got Ric Flair with his red robe. You've got the RF on the boots, red boots, white bottoms, and you've got red knee pads. You've got the 360 movement of the feet. Let's go ahead and take this beautiful robe off. Let's check out the back of the robe. Ric Flair, reminiscent of his classic Superstars red robe, but a little durable. Pretty durable here. Real thin material. Nature Boy. Let's check out the head scan here. You've got RF on the tights there. Good face scan. I won't say great, but it's pretty good. Not going to complain. You got a little bit oversized in the bicep department for the Nature Boy here, but that's just the nature of this type of figure. The Master of the Universe and the Remco, they all had the same size arms, legs, and everything was almost the same. There were a couple of different ones, but not too many. Now, So cool figure there. We've got grapple hands. Let's do a side-by-side of the Nature Boy and our friend Mr. Skeletor here. So the originals were 5 3/4. The Ric Flair here, almost 6 inches tall. In fact, let's do a measurement here. Yeah, he's right. Flair is right at 6 inches tall. And of course, the original Motu's 5 3/4. Flair comes with, you get a microphone with the WWE logo that's non-colored. Thank you, Skeletor. And the accessories on the back taped in there. Let's see what we got. Anything juicy by the Nature Boy. Let's get inside these accessories and check them out, because, you know, you might want to buy a figure just to get some certain accessories depending on the price of the figure. Looks like we got a pair of cool maroon type red looking sunglasses. So that's pretty cool. We'll put those on here in a minute. We got an open hand. This peg unit piece that connects is just a little bit smaller, but they do fit on the Mattel figures quite well. So these are compatible. They're just a tad bit smaller. We'll do a side-by-side here in just a second so you can see the peg there. Just a tad bit smaller, but I've got a Mattel Elite hand, and it's actually a very similar hand to the one that came in this accessory pack. So here we go, side by side, almost the same hand. This one's just a little bit smaller hand. And the peg, as you can see as it comes out, is just a tad bit smaller. Not much, probably, oh man, a couple of centimeters maybe. Not much, and they do look good on a Mattel figure, and I'll pop one of those. I'll pop one of the Mattel Superstars hand on an Elite figure here in just a second so you can see. We'll bring in our friend Mr. Cody Rhodes here, and we'll put one of the fists from the Mattel Superstars. Now, so, figure, the hand fits fine, works fine, looks fine, okay? So even though that peg's a little bit smaller, they work just fine. The hand itself might be just a tad bit smaller, but if you've got a guy that needs a smaller hand versus the stock hand, this might be a good way to go for you custom fans out there. So I hope you enjoyed that. So it does work quite well with the Mattel Elite interchangeable hands. Now, back to the Nature Boy here. He's got thumbs up. We can put other hands on him. I'm not going to do that, but we will be putting these sunglasses on the Nature Boy. So if you need a pair of these aviator type sunglasses, and it looks like we do have a compartment in the side of his hairline to slide these glasses into so that they can go on. So that's cool, another cool feature. So I love the sunglasses on the Nature Boy. Now let's put this, before we put the robe back on Flair, let's try out the robe on a Mattel figure so you can see how this looks. And we'll bring in our friend Cody Rhodes again, and it looks great. So here you have the robe, fits a Mattel figure perfectly. Now the quality of this robe isn't quite the quality of some of the other Ric Flair Mattel Elite robes, but from an aesthetic point of view, meaning your eyes, it looks pretty good. Okay, and on camera, you can see Cody looks really good in that, okay? So the robe does fit Mattel, bigger Mattel figures. So that is a good piece of information for all of you custom collectors out there, because you might be able to get a good deal on this figure here just to get the robe and the hand accessories and these cool aviators. Let's get the robe back on the Nature Boy here as we finish up this video. Check out our YouTube channel, folks, for some of the other box opening wrestling figure videos. We've got a bunch of them out there. We've got wrestling card videos as well. We love to do pack openings, box openings of wrestling cards. So here you have the Nature Boy in all of his grace and glory. The greatest professional wrestler of all time, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Woo! I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you did, I hope you hit that subscribe button. Give this video a big thumbs up for the Nature Boy. Have a blessed day. Have a great day. Make it a twice as nice day. Woo!